So this is a compound interest question where we want to work out whether Ali or Ben has more interest by the end of 3 years using these two different savings accounts. Now in the exam age you are given this formula down here for compound interest, so you don't have to memorise this because you're given it in the exam. So what we're going to do first of all is work out how much interest Ali gets. Now, using this formula that we're given down here, we first of all need the principal amount. This is the amount they are investing, which for Ali is £2,000. Then inside our bracket, we are going to have 1 plus R over 100, where R is the interest rate. And for this question, the interest rate for Ali is 2.5%. So it's 2.5 over 100. And then it's to the power n, where n is the number of times that the interest is compounded, which for this question is 3, because Ali gets this interest every year for 3 years. Then all we need to do is pop this into our calculator. So we've got 2,000, and then in our bracket, we have 1 plus 2.5 over 100, close our bracket, and that is to the power of 3. So what we have worked out here then is that in total at the end of the 3 years, Ali has £2,153.78 if we round it to 2 decimal places. Now because Ali had £2,000 that she put in the first place, the interest that she has gained is the difference between these two numbers. So we're going to do £2,153.78 subtract the original £2,000 that Ali put in. So we get that her interest that she had was £153.78. Now we're going to do exactly the same thing, but for Ben. So Ben's principal amount was £1,600. That was the amount that Ben was investing. Ben's interest rate was 3.5%. So that's what we're going to substitute as R into our formula. And this was also for 3 years. And then once again, we're just going to put this into our calculator. So once we have done that, we can then work out how much interest Ben had. So Ben's total amount in the account is £1,773.95 if we round that to 2 decimal places because it's money. And then same again, we are going to do the amount that he's ended up with after the 3 years, subtract the amount that he started with to work out how much interest he gained. So we're going to subtract our 1,600 from that, and we get that the amount of interest that Ben gained was £173.95. So my question here says work out who will get the most interest by the end of the 3 years, and what we can now see is that Ben gets the most interest, and so right at the end we need to say Ben gets the most. And we've shown all of our workings like it suggested, and we've got it backed up with figures because we've got the amounts here that we are comparing.